In this short video, I'm going to show you how to pick the perfect marketing channel for your business so you can grow it and generate more revenue. So you're trying to decide where to spend your time and money on where to market your business. How do you decide? What I see most of the time is people picking randomly based off of someone else's suggestion with no logic or sound reasoning. Every day I talk to somebody who's on the wrong channel and doing the wrong thing and wasting valuable time and resources in the process. And many times they are on too many marketing channels at the same time to have any focus or make an impact. They're on Facebook, they're on LinkedIn, they're on Instagram Reels, they're on TikTok, they're on YouTube. It's really hard for most people to do a good job on that many marketing channels all at once. So if you're just starting out, make sure to focus on one, maybe two, but most likely just one. Once you really master that channel, then you can spread out and stack those wins on other places. So let's go ahead and dig in. In this video, I'm going to show you a scientific way that allows you to select the best marketing channel for you. Let's do it. So I call this spreadsheet the opportunity matrix. It lists all the marketing channels down column A, and then along the top here, it asks you some of the most important questions that you need to ask yourself about each one of these channels. So in reality, there's a ton of marketing channels, but in this video, we're just going to focus on a few. And as we talk about a few of those marketing channels, let's talk about how difficult they are to use. So cold email and cold calling, those are probably the most hard channels to market yourself on. And I'm not going to cover those in this situation because I'm not about cold marketing. I think creating content is a much better way to go. So I'm going to skip that altogether. That is a very difficult road to grow your business. Obviously, referrals should always be a part of your business. It's quite easy to ask your current customers and your network for referrals. You might not want to, but it's easy to do. Then there's obviously email newsletters, SEO, and all the social media networks like LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. There's also video podcasts, online groups and communities, and then the old school networking group, and of course, strategic partnerships. In terms of using any of these networking channels, there's a certain difficulty involved with them. Using social media like LinkedIn and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, they're all relatively easy. They do take some time, but they're easy. This is a bit subjective, but forming strategic partnerships is harder. The point is, as you evaluate all these different marketing channels, think about how easy it is to actually execute on them. Then you're going to want to think, do I already have existing experience on any one of these channels? If you've already been on LinkedIn and you know how to use it, and you have existing experience on it, that's going to make it an easier channel for you to use, and you might already know a bunch of people that are on that channel. If you're already really good at video, TikTok might be a really easy place for you to jump onto and do really well on. If you've got an existing in-person networking group and you've got hundreds of well-connected connections there, that's going to be a place where you have a lot of experience, and you're going to want to think pretty carefully and most likely go heavy on your in-person networking group. But the truth is, in today's world with social media, you're able to do a lot of networking online in a much more scalable way than an in-person networking group. So unless you're a really well-connected professional and you've been around for 20 to 30 years with an extensive network, I would suggest that you use the social media platforms to grow your business. You can do the same type of in-person networking that you can in an in-person networking group on LinkedIn, but you can do it in a much more scalable way. You can meet a lot more people a lot faster. The next thing to think about is how many followers or connections or subscribers do you already have on that channel? Again, if you've been on LinkedIn for a long time and you already have 10, 15,000 connections, that's a great place to start. If you've already got an email list with 30,000 people on it, that's a great place to start. If you've been on TikTok for a while and you have 100,000 followers or 30,000 followers, that's a great advantage. So you just want to think, what have I already grown so that I can utilize that as I start this business? Now, when we start to talk about reach or discoverability, this is where we really start to show the power of social media, especially in platforms like LinkedIn and also TikTok. So there's a concept called organic reach. And all that really means is when you post something, they are going to show that video or that post or that text or that image to more people that are in your network. So on LinkedIn, if you make a text post, they might show that post to 10 or 15,000 people, even though you only have 1,000 connections. And one of the big reasons why people are talking about TikTok right now is because you might have 100 followers and you might get 1 million or 2 million views on your videos. Now, if you make a post on Facebook, you're only going to reach your friends. Same with strategic partnerships. They can be very powerful, but you are doing this one-on-one and it's very time consuming. Now, a YouTube channel has a lot of scalability as well, but only when you've built out your channel. So if you're looking for organic growth now, where new people that are not connected to you can be introduced to your content on a daily basis, the places to be are LinkedIn and TikTok. The next thing you want to think about is just, are you able to network on that platform? Most social media platforms are really networking platforms. They're social networks. The real difference is that it's scalable. So not only can my post reach 100,000 people, even though I only have 1,000 connections, but you can also easily reach out to other people's content. You can reach into their comments and make connections that way. You can make new friends just by interacting through comments. You can send DMs to other people. 1 hour of social media can be far more scalable than an in-person network. In an in-person network, over an hour, you might have a good conversation with 2 or 3 people. But on LinkedIn, you could have a meaningful conversation with 10 to 15 people. And if you're doing that every day, you can see how much more scalable it is. Now, the next thing to think about is how fast can you get up and running on this different marketing channel? Again, it's really easy to get started on social media. You literally just create an account and you can be working on it today. Whereas some of these other channels are going to take more time just to get up and running and to build them out and to get new connections and to make them effective. Now, of course, one thing you're going to want to ask yourself, is your niche actually there? Are the customers that you want on that channel? That's a really important thing before you actually spend any time or money on that channel. Now, on that note, I'm going to spend a little bit of time on TikTok because most people think that that is a platform for kids and dancing, but this is a place where professionals are hanging out. Most of the customers that I get off of TikTok are 35 and above. Your customers are there. Then again, you're going to just want to think about how saturated is that platform. Places like TikTok and LinkedIn are not very saturated. And all that really means is that the people that are actually creating content on that platform is not very high. So you have that ability for organic reach. A platform like Facebook is very saturated. There's lots of people creating content there. Same as Instagram. These are very established old platforms. And so when you post something there, it really only goes and hits your friends and family. Now, the final factor is really just cost. How much does it cost to actually operate there? On a place like LinkedIn, if you want to use the Sales Navigator, it's $79. Otherwise, it's free. Social media is completely free. Things really only get expensive when we're talking about in-person networking groups, paid ads, or doing anything on like TV news or anything like that. So if you use something like this opportunity matrix, you can simply go through all the marketing channels, ask yourself these important questions, and then fairly easily, you can just rank what channel is the best for you right now. Now, in passing, we see all these marketing channels. The one thing I do want to point out is that there are a lot of ways to market your business here. But like I said in the beginning of this video, you can only pick 1 or 2 of these and be successful because it takes time to get good at one of these. Right now, the 2 hot spots are LinkedIn and TikTok. Instagram Reels is trying to play a game as well, but they're really just copying TikTok. So if you have any questions on what the best marketing channel is for you, go ahead and leave a comment, ask me a question, and I'll make sure to answer it. And then as always, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. That helps me out a lot. Appreciate it. I will see you on the next video.